Yeah, the MRI came back with a torn ACL. So unfortunately, we've lost Avery for the season. Very disappointed for him. He's having a great season. You know, he'll have to make a decision as to what he wants to do next. He has another year, the COVID year for him. I think he was planning on obviously going to the NFL, but he'll have to make a decision. I don't think he's in a position right now that he's ready to do that. He'll be invited back if he chooses to do that, but he's got some time to make that decision. Yeah, so Lorenzo will move into the slot. Styles. So right. Styles will stay at the slot position, and he had been moving in and out of that position. So, for example, he got 16 snaps, right? Avery got 44. So you'll see a flip there. Obviously, Lorenzo will pick up the reps there. You'll see Kevin Austin play some X, and when he's playing X, then Dion plays some W. So you'll see just an insertion of a little bit of what those guys have normally done, but we'll just move the parts around a little bit. I think you'll see a little bit in the slot. Kyron, as you saw in the 2-point conversion, he was in the slot. You'll see Chris Tyree play a little bit of the slot in certain situations. And we'll move Michael Mayer around a little bit. If you remember what we did with Tyler Eifert back, he lined up into the boundary, which allows us to kick some of those receivers to the field. So we've got enough moving pieces. I think Jaden Thomas moves up from the scout team and takes some reps for us to take the load off some of the guys. Don't expect to get a big bounce out of him in the game situation, but we're gonna need him for the week in terms of getting up to snuff. And if we have another injury, he'd be the next guy that has to start learning what we're doing. Yes.
In what ways?
Well, look, I mean, he's playing a Viper position that when we talked about this earlier, it was a very competitive situation, but where we see him really ascending is in the pass rush situations. So in our third down situations, and particularly a game like this, where he can really influence the pass rush, first step quickness, is where I think that you'll continue to see him progress and play more football. So yes to both questions. Yes, you're going to see him more, and I think where you'll see him play even more is in our third down packages.